Well, the main reason this project was such a big project, it had to do with the designer and the architect that we worked with on this project. So we worked with Paul Davis Architects on this project, and they obviously had a lot to do with their ideas of what they wanted to see along with the homeowner and the designer. So it was definitely a collaborative effort. She designed all of like the floor, those black chevron wall panels going up to the vertical white oak planks, T&G on the walls, like that's her whole thing. She also, I believe, furnished the home and everything like that too. So she did an amazing job. You know, as you can see, lighting is kind of a big factor in this design. And so the way that they wanted to light up the radius wall with the horizontal bottles with leather cradles, just there's a lot of planning that goes into that. So you're seeing the radius wall and how just our team, our senior project manager, Dean, and our guys doing the installation just really executed because it looks flawless. The way that they were able to do this is they have to make a template. So making a template allows you to be able to build whatever cabinetry that you're trying to butt up against, maybe an uneven wall or a radius wall like this one, so you can get the exact curve of the space. And so you have to do it for the floor, the ceiling, and just understand what you're trying to build and have it go in exactly the way that it should so it looks this clean. They're leather cradles, yes, that were specifically done for this project. The leather can come in different finishes and it can different colors that the client can decide on what they want to do, along with the metal rods that are holding them up. They can be either different powder coat stains on the metal rods as well. This I would consider close to your most high-end way of displaying a bottle in more of a transitional modern way. But if there were to be an earthquake and these were to shake about a little bit, your bottle's going to be more safe in this cradle than it ever would be on a peg, because the peg allows the butt and the bottle to sit close to halfway of the bottle underneath the rods. So with that type of depth that you have below, and if there is any bit of shaking or moving, the bottle's going to sit in that cradle. In these areas, you know, they could utilize it for decanting. They can put bottles laying down. It's bulk storage. They could put case storage in this area. And then to the right of that, you have your horizontal display bottles for magnums up to 3 liters and even 750s. And so in these areas, there's what we call cove trays that allow a bottle to sit horizontally and display it. And you can kind of move or place it wherever you would like in the space. And it allows the bottle to not move around. That's the main goal of having a cove tray. Because you're not seeing anything in here for cooling. You're not seeing registers. You're not seeing anything. To the right, that last horizontal opening there, so the third one there, underneath that rack is removable. Behind that rack is another space where the cooling unit is. There's a space that the technician would have to crawl into to get to the cooling system. So we used an HS split system. And so they wanted this clean to where they don't see anything. You know, it's your most dialed in custom job that you can do that, you know, we have the engineers to be able to make that happen. So the supply for this wine cellar and the return takes in the air from the wine cellar, and the supply produces the cold air into a wine cellar. And so as you noticed, you didn't see any grills or anything in the ceiling for the space either, right? So what we did was we created a chase at the top of the rack, which acts as a plenum and allows the cold air to go down into the top of the rack. And do you see that void there at the top of the rack? And it kind of just looks like a channel that allows air to go in from the top and then down and into the space. And then it gets blown down into this channel chase, and then it comes out through the front there. That way they don't have to see any registers or anything, and the air is just getting distributed through the top of this cabinet. And also the lighting that's happening and that's lighting up these bottles and these cradles, there's a channel behind vertical post of where the light is located. And it just happens to be in the perfect location to really illuminate the wall. The enclosure there that was used was made by Made Steel. They're one of our partners that we work with in the industry, and they do your top of the line metal work for custom doors, steel doors, or any type of decorative pieces that you can think of that are made out of steel. We partner with them on a lot of projects, and they're the one that created this beautiful front, which, you have your dual pane insulated glass, you have a threshold, weather stripping. You have a lock on the door. The lock is at the bottom of the door. That's why you have kind of a bigger frame down at the bottom. But they try to get, the minimalist frame used so you can have that open view into the cellar and still get enough glass that gives you the protection that you need so it doesn't condensate or sweat, but you're getting the proper protection to keep the cold air inside the space. So you got your fixed panel window that just gives you a view into the space. I mean, it's an amazing way of displaying both sides of this cellar. It's not like you're just getting the view from one end. You're getting able to see what the whole cellar has to offer in different parts of the house. So the wall is the curving of the stairs, right? And the cooling unit is underneath the stairs. So the wall was created to make the wine cellar. The staircase there and how we cut the rack into that. And so with the bottle capacity, the client always gives us an idea of what they're looking for and what their collection is, because that's also how we know how many magnums or 3 liters or 6 liters that they might need to accommodate, or any case storage. So we have an idea of what they're looking for as far as bottle capacity, but then we're also, constrained to the amount of space that they have along with the design ideas. So as long as we come to a conclusion or a solution of this is how many bottles you're going to get, and you're also going to be able to maintain the design that you're looking for, then it always works out for both parties.
Are you thinking of transforming your unique curved wall into a stunning wine cellar, like this one in Manhattan Beach? Vintage Cellars has you covered. Call us at 800-876-8789